You are born in 600 BCE Babylon. The first sound you hear is not your mother's voice, it's the chanting of priests. You've just become property. A priest dips his finger in sacred oil and marks your forehead with a circle. The goddess owns what she feeds, he whispers. Your mother weeps. No one comforts her. By age 5, you learn that every street in Babylon leads to the temple. You watch women climb its steps, veiled in linen. They return hours later, pale, perfumed, and silent. At 8 years old, you hear the law spoken aloud for the first time. Every woman must sit in Ishtar's temple once in her life and receive the embrace of a stranger. Every season, women arrive from across Babylon, rich and poor alike. They sit on the temple's marble floor and wait for a stranger to choose them. The priests call it devotion. Your duties grow with your age. You bathe the older girls in oil scented with myrrh. You paint their eyes with kohl so they look more divine than human. Some laugh nervously, others weep. You grow up among ledgers and incense. The priests count everything: barley, oil, wool, and the silver left by men who call their hunger worship. The scales always tip toward the temple. A few years pass. You turn 13. This is when your whole life changes. They come for you at dawn. They strip you, pour warm water laced with myrrh over your head. The scrubbing starts soft, then cruel. They scour until your skin stings, until the water runs red with the dust of your childhood. They line your eyes with kohl, stain your lips with crushed pomegranate, dust your skin with gold powder. Now you belong to her, they say. But in the bronze mirror, you see a trembling girl who smells like sacrifice. Outside, the temple courtyard burns with torchlight. Drums echo against the ziggurat walls, slow and rhythmic. You sit beneath a veil, surrounded by men who have come to worship. When one of them lifts a finger, it points to you. He pays the priest first, then kneels, reciting words he doesn't mean. The priest blesses him and calls it the goddess's embrace. You are led behind a screen painted with stars. He smells of wine and copper. He drops a silver coin on your lap and speaks the ritual phrase, "I demand you in the name of Ishtar." When it's over, you stare at the coin, your body still trembling from what they called divine. The priest's voice floats through the curtain. The goddess is pleased. You wonder whose prayer that was. Days turn into weeks. Your body becomes an archive of strangers, merchants, farmers, even teenagers. Everybody wants the goddess's blessing, so you oblige. You watch new girls arrive, wide-eyed and trembling. You help them wash, paint their lips, teach them how to breathe through the fear. Some are barely old enough to bleed. You learn the rules that keep you alive. Never refuse a client. Never anger a priest. A mistake means punishment. You've seen women drag through the courtyard, their backs stripped red under the desert sun. 10 years slip by like oil down a stone wall. You are 25 now, a fixture of the temple. Holy harlot, the priests call you, bowing with mock reverence. The city worships you and despises you in the same breath. The temple grows richer, its storerooms heavy with sacred silver, while you grow thinner, quieter, emptier. Some nights you hear laughter from the priest's quarters, the sound of feasting. Years pass. You turn 30. A drought arrives. The wells dry up, barley rots, and the temple, desperate for offerings, raises its demands. The women must serve longer, take more men. Soon, the temple gates no longer close at night. The holy service spills into the streets, behind taverns, into merchant stalls. One of the younger girls, barely 16, is taken by a drunk who calls her his offering. In the morning, she's dead. The priests gather around her broken body and call it sacrifice. The goddess has accepted her, they say. You can't stay silent anymore. You scream at them, at the goddess, at the stone walls that echo nothing back. You call them butchers. You say, if this is holiness, then hell must be a kinder place. The priests seize you, strip you before the courtyard, and flog you until the sand runs dark beneath your knees. The temple healers refuse to tend what they call polluted flesh. When the fever finally breaks, you're left scarred and weak. No longer beautiful, no longer profitable. Even the priests avert their gaze. You are a ruin now. One dawn, a priest sends for you. He doesn't meet your eyes. You are released, he says. Your presence offends the goddess. You nod. You understand. You're being discarded. You wander through Babylon for the first time in your life. The city is louder, brighter, crueler than you ever imagined. Vendors shouting, children laughing. None of them know you. None of them care. For the first time, you are invisible, and it feels almost like freedom. You cross the Euphrates at dusk. The sun paints the sky like blood, and in the distance, the hanging gardens shimmer, tears of green cascading into golden air. You've heard of them since childhood. King Nebuchadnezzar built them for his homesick queen. You stare until your vision blurs, wondering what it must have felt like to be loved so fiercely that a man would raise a mountain just to make you smile. You press your last coin to your lips, cool, worn smooth by 1,000 hands, and walk toward the fading light. When night comes, you rest in a quiet corner of the city's wall. You notice the night is colder than usual. Even your vision is failing. Your body has been failing since your injuries. You held on this long because of hope. Now that you've seen the outside, there's no yearning left to keep you fighting. Your breath slows, and for the first time in your life, you don't feel pain. When they find you in the morning, your hands are folded around that single piece of sacred silver, and there is, at last, a faint smile on your face. Centuries pass. The ziggurat crumbles. The goddess's name fades into dust and legend. Scholars uncover tablets, hymns to Ishtar, verses of love, fertility, and sacred pleasure. They call them poetry, divine art. None of them speak of you, or the others who bled in her service. Your names are gone, erased by time and sanctity alike. Yet when they unearth the temple floor, they find silver coins, offerings left by trembling hands. One bears your faint mark, worn smooth by devotion and despair. The goddess endures, her worshippers do not. But your silver remains, whispering what history forgot. Well, at least you got to see the hanging gardens.